chasing the sun or sweeps, we started with the footwork. So the footwork uses the T stance. Right now the left foot is the bottom of the T, the right foot is the top. And then we pivot so that the right foot is the bottom of the T, the left foot is the top. So it's just a pivot, there's no stepping. Now, the left hand is going to use this movement that we previously have done. What you're going to do is take your hands, pull your elbow back like this, and imagine you're dragging in the dirt, so you're pulling dirt in your hand. Then you're going to pivot, turn, and toss the dirt, and when you do, you're going to go from overhand on that side to underhand on this side. Then from here, I want you to put your thumbs up, then you're going to take your thumb and you're going to actually touch it to your shoulder, and as it touches to your shoulder, pivot, turn, and throw. So with the low turn, you lift your elbow, sweep low, pivot, turn, come underhand like this, then your underhand here, the finger touches, the thumb touches the shoulder, you pivot, turn, throw. So low sweep, and then high sweep up and over the head. Low sweep, and then when you're going up, I want your hand below the top of your head, really in this crook right here in the crook of your neck, where my ball is here on this side. Up, over like that. So now the right hand, same thing. You drag in the dirt, you lift your elbow, pull it back behind your butt, pivot, turn, come underhand and toss the dirt. So you're tossing into underhand on this side. Then thumbs up, your hand is up, hits the shoulder, pivot, turn, and throw. And when you're going over the top, the right hand is using this one, the left hand is using this one, and then your right hand is using this one on the bottom. So you scoop, turn, come underhand, and then thumb on the shoulder, pivot, turn, and throw. Then when we were putting it together, I want you to imagine that you have a big ass hoop skirt, and you're trying to pull your hoop skirt out of the way. Your elbows are still lifting, but notice my hands are back behind my butt, right? So I'm going to pull behind my butt, pivot, turn, and then toss the dirt forward like this into underhand. Then your thumbs up. Both thumbs are going to hit the shoulder. At the point that they hit the shoulder, exhale, pivot, turn, throw, and come out and overhand. Now you notice my hands stay lower below my eyes. So pull the skirt behind your butt, pivot, turn, come underhand, and hands up over the head, pivot, turn, and throw. Low, pivot, turn, underhand, and we're coming up high, pivot, turn, back into overhand. So same thing on the other side. That was counterclockwise, now we do clockwise. So the left hand, you drag in the dirt, you pull it back behind your butt, you pivot, you turn, you toss, you come underhand. Still, thumbs up, hand in the crook of the neck, pivot, turn, and throw. So low turn, pivot behind the butt, come underhand. High turn up, over the shoulder. And remember to use your elbow as you pull it back behind the butt. And then you're going to come up, keep your hand low and tight to the shoulder. And then last time, the left one comes back behind the butt, you pivot, you turn, come underhands, and then the left hand's going to hit the shoulder, pivot, turn, and throw. So what the left hand is using here is this one at the bottom and this one at the top. The right hand is going to use this transition that we learned and then this transition that we learned on the top. So same thing, you drag your hand in the dirt, lift the elbow, pivot, turn, toss the dirt forward, so your underhand on this side, thumbs up, thumb is going to hit the shoulder, you pivot, you turn, and throw. And low turn, lift the elbow, pull it back, pivot, turn, underhand, and the high turn, up, pivot, hit the shoulder, and throw. And low turn behind the butt, pivot, turn, underhand, and then your thumb hits the shoulder, pivot, turn, and throw. And now putting both hands together, we're going to drag the dirt or pull the skirt behind the butt, pivot, turn, toss the dirt into underhand, thumbs up, both hands hit the shoulder, pivot, turn, and throw. Pull the dirt or pull the skirt or pull, your coattails in the pianist example I gave you. You're going to flip that back behind your butt and then come up, pivot, turn, and throw. So then I differentiated for you guys how to get this tighter so that you can do it in three counts, but one rotation in each position. So I said, we'll start out, count it off. 3, 2, 1, and turn, and 3, 2, 1, and turn, and 3, 2, 1, and turn, and 3, 2, 1, and over, and 3, 2, 1, and turn, and 3, 2, 1, and over. Now 2, 1, and turn, and 2, 1, and over, 2, 1, and turn, and 2, 1, and over, and 1, and turn, and 1, and turn, and 1, and turn, and 1, and turn, and then eventually we get to the place where you can do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you'll notice that I'm using more of a V stance at this point, right? So my feet are sort of like this, as opposed to in this. So it's less body motion in order to do it when you have it together tight like that. And then I'll demonstrate it on the clockwise side. So 3, 2, 1, turn, and 3, 2, 1, and over, and 3, 2, 1, and low, and 3, 2, 1, and over, and 3, 2, 1, and low, and 3, 2, 1, and over, 3, 2, 1, low, 3, 2, 1, and over, and 2, 1, turn, 2, 1, turn, 2, 1, turn, 2, 1, turn, and 1, turn, 1, oops, 1, turn, 1, sorry, 1, turn, 1, turn, 1, turn, and 1, turn, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I am swaying back and forth, but like I could do it super tight like this, where I'm not using my body at all. Okay, then what we were doing was putting those together so that you could do these lovely walking drills, right? So this is all left turns, or that's all left, and then this is all right turns, sorry. Okay, so what you do to make that happen is you you have to make sure that you follow the rules. So the rules for this move are, if it's overhand, you sweep low behind your butt. So it's going downward, it's low behind your butt. If it's coming underhand and it's coming up, it's high over your head. So those are the first two rules. And then the third rule, which is super relevant for turning, is you always pivot in the direction of your back foot. So you have to move your feet if you want to turn the opposite way. So let's do this. I'm going to do all left turns going that way. So I start out in overhand. And what I want to do if I'm doing the left turns, I want to have the left foot in back and the right foot in front. I'm overhand. I'm going to pivot. And now I'm an underhand. Then I set my foot so that I'm still doing a left turn. And I pivot. And then now I'm going to step forward because I'm going forward. But you don't have to. You just stand in place, right? So this is the same thing. I'm just staying in the same place, right? Or you can step forward if you want to traverse through space, right? And then pivot, step back, sweep over, step forward, sweep back, step back, sweep over, step forward, sweep back. Now I'm going to do right turns, right? So my right foot's in back conveniently. I come over the top, I step back, I sweep low, I step forward. I sweep high, I step back, and I sweep low, and I step forward, and I sweep high, and I step back, and I sweep low. Okay, so those were those. Once you have all that comfortable, you'll just be able to do like, oh, I can go this way, and then I can go this way, and then I can move through space, and I have so much freedom. Life is awesome, and yay! Okay. And then the last thing we did, this is totally extra credit for people watching the video who were not in class. We were working on this move, which is the buzzsaw, and we were working on an entry into it. So I'm going to face this way for the drill so that you guys have this on the camera. The poi is on the outside of my arm. What I'm going to do is the same figure eight that we've been doing all along, but instead of going all the way to the other side of my body, I'm going to line it up with my left nipple, because it's my left hand. So right poi is the raspberry, left poi is the blueberry. And then I'm going to bring it across using that same figure eight. And when I do, I stick my hand out like this. And when I stick my hand out, it intersects the plane of the poi, which has it wrap around your hand. And then when it does, you pinch here so that you have a shorter poi like this. Right? So I'll show you from the side so you can see what it would look like, because you would perform it this way. Bring it in, wrap, and pinch. Right? And suddenly it went from long to short. So what I had you all do in class was 10 of these, where you went from the outside to the inside, wrap, pinch. Release to the outside. Outside to the inside, wrap and pinch. Release. Outside to the inside, wrap and pinch. Release. Outside to the inside, wrap and pinch. Release. Okay, same thing with the right hand. Outside, on this time, it lines up with your right nipple, not your left. So that this is the line of demarcation. Do not cross the center line, right? So the right hand, from the outside to the inside, wrap and pinch. From the outside to the inside, wrap and pinch. From the outside to the inside, wrap and pinch. From the outside to the inside, wrap and pinch. And you can do them together. So from the outside to the inside, wrap and pinch. Now they're at the same time, and then you can switch them to split time. So this is what that would look like. Outside to the inside, wrap, pinch, split time. And there's your little buzzsaw. So,
It's really good.
there you go. Questions, comments, concerns, issues, jokes, snide remarks?